everyone that's watching this video. Today we are going to have a conversation with Steyl, the CEO of Bonsmara SA. Thank you, Louis, for having us today. And maybe you can just say something from your side.
Morning, Esther. Thank you for inviting me to have a chat about today. We're going to talk about the star ratings that we see sometimes on catalogs. And yeah, thank you for you and the Boshoff Bonsmaras team for doing this type of training for the breeders out there. I think it's a very, very good thing, especially in these times where we can't have our normal farmers' days and etc.
Thank you, Louis. I'm going to get straight to the point. So why should I choose a Bonsmara above any other breed?
I think the first thing about a Bonsmara that we can always be very proud of, and that's what a Bonsmara was bred for, is the adaptability of the Bonsmara. That was what Professor Jan Bonsma started with, was to have an African breed that's adapted to our environments and to the diverse environments that we have in South Africa. And even now, 56 years later, since we started the society in 1964, that's what the Bonsmara is still known for. I mean, the Bonsmaras that are up in Africa, Mozambique, Zambia, even north of that, Nigeria, Congo, everywhere, and as well as the animals that's in other countries or in other continents in the world, especially in South America with Brazil, Argentina. It just shows you the diversity of the Bonsmara and the adaptability to diverse environments of the Bonsmara. And that's why the Bonsmara is a breed that's so well liked in South Africa, because it adapts to any environment. Doesn't matter if you're east or west, south or north in the country, it adapts excellent.
There's currently a great interest in the Bull Star rankings that you can get on the SA Beef Bulls website. How does the stars work, and how can I use it to make the right choice of bull?
Well, the star rating came in, it was an initiative of SA Statboek to develop something that we can add on to our catalog, or extra sheet that can be put into the catalog that works with the same breeding values that you see on the catalog, but it's just put in a more easier digested way, if I can say it like that. And that's where the star gradings come in. So the star gradings, basically, it takes the same EBVs, estimated breeding values, that we see on a normal catalog, and it uses the breeding values and the indexes that's been used on a catalog, and it shows us where that animal will be if we put it into stars. So what I have done, basically, our range that we have with our animals is indexes down as low as 60, and up and indexes on the upside of 130 plus, and we went and we divided that into certain stars. So a 5-star animal would be an animal that's above average on his breeding values, and a 1-star animal is obviously an animal that's below average in the breed. What we must first remember is everyone's selection criteria is different. So even though a 5-star bull is a bull that will be suited for somebody else, it doesn't necessarily mean a 5-star bull will be suited for you. And the same with a 1 or 2-star bull. If you've got a certain criteria in your herd, or a certain problem that you want to improve, and there is a value that's on a 2-star or 1.5-star on a bull, that doesn't mean that bull can't be used in your herd. So it depends on how you want to use the animal. And what we must remember about how the stars work is, even though everyone, I always tell the guys, if you look at a guest house, everyone wants to stay in a 5-star guest house, but your average guest house is a 3-star guest house. Now, 50% of the Bonsmara bulls that's on star ratings, or that have, all of them have star ratings, but 50% of the bulls are 3 and 3.5-star bulls. So even a 3.5-star bull is already a bull with an index of between 100 and 109. So that means those bulls are already above average. So a 3-star bull is just as good in your select. If your selection criteria needs a certain aspect. A free and a 3.5 star bull can be just as valuable because 50% of the Bonsmara animals is free and 3.5 star bulls. On the star sheet that you will get with a catalog, you'll see there's basically 5 breeding values, which is your calving ease, your calf growth, your milk, your maintenance, and your fertility. So those are breeding values that is exactly the same as they are on the catalog. What we talk always about, your weaning direct, your weaning maternal, your birth direct, it's the same. It's exactly the same breeding values. But then we also get free selection values. Now that's your cow value, your grow value, and your production value. Now those free selection values, they are combined. They are a combined value of some of the breeding values. Like for instance, your cow value is a combination of all the breeding values. Your growth value is where we take, like for example, your calf growth and your the calf growth is the highest in percentage in working out the growth value. And then on your production value value is again a combination of your cow value and your growth value. So that's why we use the selection values, is also a way that they are using the star sheet to improve the accessibility. For somebody that doesn't know a catalog and doesn't know the background in terms of breeding values, he can go to a cow value, grow value, and production value and see on those values what this animal is in terms of the percentage of the breed. If it's obviously a 3 or 4 star bull, it's a bull that's above the average Bonsmara bull. And a 2 star bull is a bull that's just below average in the Bonsmara breed.
And that explains why cow value and growth value is printed in red and the other ones are in green.
Yes. That's why those selection values, they are printed on your star sheet. They're printed in a different color because they are combined values. Like I explained now, they are combined values, and they will give you an indication of a couple of the other breeding values that's combined into one value. Yes, that's 100%.
Okay. And are they also more important than the other ones?
For the guide, for the person that wants to have I will say an overall bull or overall value for a bull, the combined values is obviously an easy way to use that. But if you are wanting to select in your herd, you see that in your herd you've got a problem with, say for instance, with growth. You want some animals that are growing a bit better. Then it's better to go and look at the individual values, at your calving ease, your calf growth, your milk, your maintenance, and your fertility. Because for the guy that needs a specific trait in his herd, he will rather go and select a bull with better growth, even though it doesn't reflect in the cow value that much, because there might be some of the other values that's bringing the cow value of that animal a bit down. And if you want to select, especially for calf growth, you rather go for the bull with an EBV or with a breeding value on calf growth that's higher, because you're not that specifically looking for the other traits. You're specifically looking for the problem of calf growth in your herd, and that's what you want to improve.
Great. Louis, is this data accessible to anybody, or do you need to be registered with Logix?
No, this data, anybody can use SA Beef Bulls. You can go onto SA Beef Bulls as a guest, and you can go and log in. and there you can see the breeding values of a bull. And of course, then on the at any sale, or not at any sale, at the sales where the breeders prefer to give out the star values as well, then the star sheet is there. And what's very nice, there's an explanation of the star sheet together with the star sheet, and there it shows you everything that you need to know about a star sheet, on what trades you can look for a bit higher, and on what trades you can look for a bit lower. But on SA Beef Bulls as well, the star values are with any bull. You just need a bull's number to be able to log in and to go and look at a certain bull that you are interested in.
Yes, thank you, Louis. We've learned a lot today. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it, and I believe we will look differently to the star rankings. We've learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Esther, and thank you very much for the Boshoff Bonsmaras team as well.